If you have always wanted to live in Singapore city fringe location with just 3 MRT stations away from Singapore downtown, then you need to watch this video because I will help you analyze the Kallang/Whampoa BTO for this August BTO 2021 launch, which is near Boon Keng MRT, so that you don't have to. What's up guys, welcome back to the Honey Money channel. My name is Christopher, and in this channel we are all about building financial knowledge, teach money saving hacks, and also help you lead a fulfilling quality of life. So today I'm going to analyze the Kallang/Whampoa BTO for you, and throwing back to February, I actually did a similar video on McNair Heights, which is a Kallang/Whampoa BTO as well. So fun fact, this new BTO for August 2021 is actually just behind this McNair Heights BTO, so they are like side to side. So most of the things mentioned in the McNair Heights BTO are applicable here, but I'll just add in some additional points. So with that, let me take you through my map analysis as well as HDB's official information and go through them for you. Let's go. Alright, so welcome to the Kallang/Whampoa August 2021 BTO built to order flat homepage launching in August 2021. Over here we can see the total number of flat and unit types. We have 3-room and 4-room flats, total of 310 units. And let's take a look at the town map. Zoom in on this. Okay, you can see your project is right here, 310 units of 3-room and 4-room flats. And just right next to it, we have a proposed park. If you remember, in February I talked about McNair Heights, which is just right behind this BTO exercise as well. So they are just like neighbors to each other, so most of the amenities that I talk about there are applicable here. We have Hong Wen School directly just opposite this BTO project, and you can see that this project along Towner Road that leads to Serangoon Road where you have Boon Keng MRT station. That's quite a long walk ahead. We will take a look at the Google Maps to see how far is the actual distance that you will have to walk. But one thing is, you can see this project is also right next to Central Expressway CTE. So if you are living in the unit just right beside it facing the expressway, you can expect to have a lot of noise coming from the traffic, especially in the peak hour season where this expressway will be jammed up with vehicles. But one good thing is, just right across the expressway, you will arrive in the Whampoa neighborhood where there was a $1.2 million HDB landed property sold recently. And there's also a lot of good food options in the Whampoa/Balestier area, so you can explore a lot of good stuff there. But in terms of the neighborhood of this Towner Road, we have Kallang Polyclinic, which is newly constructed, not yet open but will be opening soon in the next few years. We have Kong Wai Siu Hospital, which is a community care hospital, not like your public hospitals. We have a Sikh temple. I know this Sikh temple has been around for more than 20-30 years, so it's a very old one. And then we have Sungai Whampoa, which is the Whampoa River. It's more like a canal than a river, but that connects you to the St. George's area where you have Bendemeer Secondary School. So if you really want to talk about walking distance to schools, there are only Hong Wen School, Northlight School, and even Bendemeer Primary School, which is quite a long walk ahead. Let's take a look at the application rates for the past BTO projects. So likely this will reference to McNair Heights, which was launched in February. For McNair Heights 3-room flats, application rates for first timer was 1.8 applicants per unit, so not very competitive. You could most likely get a unit since it's under 3. For 4-room flats, it was 5.4 applicants per unit. That was under my expectation as well, because I thought BTO in Boon Keng would be really hot, like double-digit application rates, but 5.4 is really decent for a first-timer rate. So I will say this time, with the Hougang BTO being the hottest BTO of this August 2021 BTO launch, I don't expect this Kallang/Whampoa BTO to reach that level also. It will most likely be 5.4 for 4-room flats as well. So we will see about that. So with that, let me take you through the Google Maps for this Towner Road Kallang/Whampoa BTO. So your official site will be at this area. You see this patch of land here just in front of Northlight School. And then let's take a look at the satellite view. Exactly where your BTO will be at is this green squarish patch of land. Now on your site, you have the side road leading to Northlight School, and then just right opposite your BTO, you have Hong Wen School. So if you really want your kid to study in Hong Wen School and this BTO fits your preferences, then I think this is a good selection. because it's just like stone throws away to your child's school. And here is the proposed park that HDB mentioned just now that I talked about, the proposed park. So most likely they will develop this park so that the residents nearby can come here and play, walk their dog, exercise, whatever. And I was saying CTE was just right beside, it's like really stone throw away from CTE as well. So try not to apply for units that are facing the expressway unless you want dust and noise. Over here we have the Whampoa Estate, so we talk about that more later. And let's take a look at the street view. So here is your green patch of squarish land. Your BTO will build upon this land. This purple building here is the Northlight School. Your patch of land right now is actually kind of elevated. I'm not sure if they will make it flat or build upon the elevated land. And then over here opposite is your Hong Wen School. So over here is the Towner Road that is leading to your main road, which is Serangoon, and it's a long walk from the MRT. Right now it's just unsheltered walkways. So just to give you a guide of how far this is, I'm going to like bring you through the street view. You can see it's really far. We haven't even reached the main road yet. Oh, we finally reached it. Okay, a bit too far. Okay, yeah, here is the main road, Serangoon Road. So really, the distance here is quite a long walk away. This was the Sikh temple that I was talking about. And then here is the Boon Keng MRT region. The MRT is more like these two areas. This is your Towner Crest. This is campus residences. Campus residences. I did talk about that before. Okay, so let's go back to the Towner area. Wow, really far in. Have we reached? Okay. Okay, so here is the proposed park. Green patch of land here also. Here's your BTO, so separated by this walkway that leads you to Balestier Road. Now let's talk about the surrounding amenities. I won't want to talk about the schools really. You know this Hong Wen School, you know this Northlight School, you know there is a Bendemeer Primary School, but that's a really long walk. You most likely need to take a bus right there already. But let's talk about food options. Just now I was talking about Whampoa. You can just take this overhead bridge over to the Whampoa Estate. That's where you have your Whampoa Food Centre. A lot of good and cheap places there to eat. And also it brings you to explore Balestier Road. So Balestier Road also has a lot of good food options as well as cafes. But if you really don't like this expressway, you can stay in your own area and go to the Bendemeer Market and Food Centre just right outside Boon Keng MRT, which is very good and cheap as well. Over here we also have McDonald's, we also have KFC, fast food restaurants if you like. We have a few kopitiams, coffee shops around at this Boon Keng MRT area. So a lot of good and cheap food around in this. So you won't have to worry about being hungry. And if you're lazy, you just go and order food delivery, though that's not so good for money saving hacks. Okay, for driver friends, nearest highway will be CTE. So most likely you'll drive out from this car park, which I think will be here, or just facing the expressway. And then it will lead you to Towner Road, McNair Road to Balestier Road. Then you can enter the CTE. That's more like a 3 minutes drive, even though it's just right beside. Healthcare wise, I mentioned about Kallang Polyclinic here. It's not open yet, but this will be your nearest public healthcare facility for your minor ailments. Of course, there are a lot of private clinics around the Boon Keng MRT region, and the nearest public hospital will be at Tan Tock Seng Hospital, which is near Balestier area, Novena area here. For nature and park, other than the proposed park that we talk about, you also have the Kallang Park Connector right here along the Whampoa River. So just a short distance from your BTO estate, you just have to take a short walk. Over here the park connector will connect you all the way to Kallang River, even until the National Stadium. So very nice scenic river views. Okay, let's talk about supermarket. Your nearest supermarket will be Sheng Siong, which is a 5 minutes walking distance away from your BTO in the McNair region, just right beside the Whampoa River. Other than that, I don't think there's any larger supermarkets. Okay, there's an NTUC FairPrice here at Whampoa, but you have to cross the overhead bridge lah, so you have to carry all your supermarket stuff. Okay, I think that's about it for this site location. I think the pros is it's really centrally located. If you drive, it's not a problem. You can reach city very fast. If you don't, then you can also walk to Boon Keng MRT station, which is about 10 minutes. Okay, let me just measure the distance here from here. Okay, so this is more like a 8 minutes walk or 700 meters. So take it as 10 minutes. So as you walk along this straight road and then cut through these HDB blocks, you'll reach your Boon Keng MRT station exit 8. So 10 minutes walk, I consider that walking distance, but right now it doesn't have any shelters yet. Not sure if they will build one next time. So it's very near the city fringe area as a pro. So if you really work near the central location of Singapore, which means like Raffles Place, Suntec area, CBD, it's just short MRT rides away, very convenient to your workplace. But the cons is it's most likely having a very high price for Boon Keng BTOs, especially in the Towner region. And also it only has 310 units, which means it's a very tough competition to get just a single unit. So here are the pros and cons that I go through in this site analysis. I hope it has been helpful to you. Alright, so I hope that map analysis was useful for you, and here is my verdict for the Kallang/Whampoa BTO for this August 2021. I felt that this BTO is good for people who really want to stay near the central region of Singapore, especially at the city fringe. It is quite self-sufficient in terms of amenities in this neighborhood, which means you can get very good and cheap food options, as well as supermarket to help with your daily grocery needs. And if you really want shopping and entertainment options, it's just a short bus ride or MRT ride away. The only concern right now that I'm really worried for is the unsheltered walkway from the MRT to this BTO. But I guess in future the government may build sheltered walkways all the way. Anyway, with this good location, it will come with a high price premium, so I expect to see high price for this BTO as well. So let's go on to my price estimate, how much I estimate this price of the flats would be for this Kallang/Whampoa BTO. For 3-room flats, I'm estimating the price range of 370,000 to 470,000, and for 4-room flats, I'm estimating between the range of 540,000 to 698,000. So these numbers sound very scary, right? But then if you really compare with McNair Heights, I think these numbers are just slightly above it, since Boon Keng is such a premium location. Anyway, let's have a name guess for fun. I'm gonna name this BTO called Towner Rise. Let's see if HDB actually copy my name. Alright, so I hope that this BTO analysis has helped you in your BTO for August 2021 exercise. And do help me click the like button and share it to your friends and family so that more people can learn from this video. Check out my other videos here in this playlist if you are interested in HDB or just money saving hacks. My name is Christopher, this is Honey Money SG, steering young adults to financial independence.